Hello everyone, I hope you guys have a great day. So in this video, we will present an article review titled Exploring Emerging Trends in Phonetics, the Influence of Orthographic Form and Technological Integrations in Language Learning. Before we begin, let me introduce our group members. I am Aurelia Syahwa N, and these are my group members. First, Anisah, Hilya, Tuddiniyah, Firda, Anju, Mazzuhriyah, and Fatimatuzzahro. You can see our roles in the presentations on the screen. And now, let's begin with the overview of the article.
Okay, first we are going to talk about the article overview. In this video, we will review an article titled Exploring Emerging Trends in Phonetics, the Influence of Orthographic Forms and Technological Integration in Language Learning. This article was written by Raflinda, Feni Rosa, and Fatima Firdaus and published in the Journal of Research and Innovation in Language in 2024. The journal is indexed in Sinta 2, which means it meets the required academic standard. Okay, next we are going to talk about the article background and research gap. So phonetics is a very important part of language learning because it helps learners produce accurate pronunciation. In recent years, phonetics has developed rapidly due to the influence of technology and the increased use of multiple languages. Learners often experience interference from their first language when learning a second language, which affects their pronunciation. In addition, cognitive processes also play an important part in how learners perceive and produce sounds. However, there are still several research gaps. For example, in the influence of orthographic forms or written language on pronunciation is still not fully understood. And then the role of technology such as AI and YouTube is in phonetics learning also needs further exploration. Furthermore, concepts like embodied cognition and changes in first language pronunciation due to second language learning are still under research. Therefore, this study aims to address these gaps and improve phonetics teaching strategies. Okay, then next we are going to talk about the research objective. The main objective of this study is to explore emerging trends in phonetics research. It is also aims to analyze how orthographic forms influence second language phonological processing. In addition, the study examines the role of technology in phonetics education, and then finally, it seeks to identify effective teaching strategies to improve phonetics learning.
First, the study used a systematic literature review method. The researchers collected data from several databases such as Crossref, Google Scholar, and Scopus using published or paid software. Initially, they found around 1,256 articles. However, after applying selection criteria such as publication year from 2019 to 2024, full text availability, English language, and focus on phonetics teaching, only 25 studies were selected. The analysis process include data collection, screening, categorization into terms, and interpretation of findings. Again, next about the key findings, it is shown that technology plays a significant role in improving phonetic learning effectiveness, and it helps enhance students' in judgment, pronunciation skills, and overall learning outcomes. In addition, the study found that orthographic forms strongly influence how learners perceive and produce sounds. This means that learners are often influenced by written forms when learning pronunciation. And overall, phonetic learning is considered a multi-phase process that involves both cognitive and technological aspects. Okay, next we move to the key themes. The first is the study highlights the impact of technology on phonetic learning. Tools like YouTube and AI-based platforms can improve students' speaking and pronunciation skills by providing accessible materials, immediate feedback, and personalized learning experience. This makes technology very effective in supporting English language teaching. And then in them too, the study discussed innovative pedagogical approach, especially about recognition. This approach emphasizes learning through physical activities and sensory experience, which helps students better understand and remember about the phonetic concepts. When combined with phonics, reading strategies, and technology, it creates a more interactive and effective learning environment, especially in ELT classrooms.
The third key theme is cognitive influences on phonetic acquisition. Also, the brain uses existing sound system from the first language when learning a new language. Because of this, learner may hear new sounds as familiar ones and produce them incorrectly. This shows that pronunciation problems come from how the brain processes sounds. The fourth is orthographic effect and phonetic training. Spelling can strongly influence pronunciation. When learners see a word, they often guess the sounds based on its spelling. If spelling doesn't match the real sound, a learner may pronounce it incorrectly. This means writing can shape how sounds are learned. The fifth is integration of technology in language education. Technology is not only a tool but part of the learning system. Teachers use digital platforms, application, and AI to design lessons, give practice, and provide feedback. This makes learning more structured and consistent. The sixth is personalized learning through multimedia tools. Multimedia tools allow students to learn at their own level and pace. Each learner can focus on their own weaknesses, repeat difficult parts, and receive different types of inputs such as audio and video. This makes learning more effective for individuals. Seventh is reading interventions and phonological awareness. Learning to read helps learner understand the connection between letters and sound. This improves their awareness of how sounds work in a language. As a result, reading practice can support better pronunciation and listening skills.
Next, in the discussion section, this study highlights several important aspects of phonetics learning. First, the main findings show the significant role of technology, pedagogy, and cognitive factors. These elements represent the key trends in phonetics learning. Second, in terms of technology, tools such as YouTube and AI make learning more interactive, accessible, and personalized. The third, from the pedagogical and cognitive perspective, approaches like embodied cognition can improve students' understanding. In addition, orthographic influence play an important role in pronunciations and learning. And the last, there are some limitations and consideration. The results may vary depending on learners' backgrounds, and the study is limited in terms of data and time range. Therefore, further research still needed. And now, moving on to the conclusion, the study showed that orthographic form have a strong influence on second language phonological development. They are affect not only pronunciation but also how learners perceive and process sound. In addition, sonology play an important role in improving learning effectiveness. Therefore, phonetics teaching should combine orthographic awareness and the use of technology. And also, this study contributes to a better understanding of phonetics and language learning. For future research, more language should be explored and long-term studies are needed. In conclusions, effective phonetics learning requires both cognitive awareness and technological support. That's all from our groups. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. See you.